What's up, B Nation? Y'all come on in. Y'all, I'm trying to get this stuff right. Okay, y'all, I got the stuff on. Y'all, I'm not going to be on here long because I have homework to do. If I didn't have homework to do, I would be on here. But I have to get this homework done. It is due at tonight at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. What's up, Saint Mary? What's up, beautiful? Y'all come on in. Y'all know what to do. Share the live. Come on, B Nation. Y'all know I had to talk about this just for a few minutes before I jump into this homework. I wish I didn't have it to get done. I'm doing so much better. I had a cold this past weekend, but I am doing so much better. I appreciate you asking. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are staying focused on your goals. Y'all know what we do over here. We just don't do commentary. We encourage. We learn from other people's mistakes, and we continue to pursue our goals. Uh, right? Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure, Saint Mary. Y'all come on in. Y'all go ahead and like the video. Hey, Janet, thank you for joining us. Y'all, we're gonna jump right into it. Like I said, if I didn't have this homework to do, y'all, we would be on here for a minute. But I gotta get that homework done. Okay, y'all. So the reason why I want to come on because Narry had um he did his live last night. Hey, creation on. Hey, creation at work, but I'm listening. So he had his live last night, and Narry. I'm talking about Narry. So he had his live last night, and Narry came out with the receipts, baby. He did one of these numbers. You see that date like this? I'm like, yes, Narry. So he brought out his receipts, and so what his receipts pretty much demonstrated, like a lot of his stuff has demonstrated, that Krista is not telling the whole story. Hey, lovely. Welcome, Grannies. We appreciate you. What we realized in his receipt, which always proves that she's not giving the entire story, right? So she was saying that she had to go live with the ex-husband, a trusted person. First of all, but aren't y'all divorced? And I'm not saying you can't be friends with your divorced person, but what I mean, tell me she had to go live with a trusted person after she got it. No, I think Nary called it after she came from her vacation jail stay or something like that, right? So she's saying that she had to go to live with her ex-husband after getting out of jail. And what Nary is saying that your parents live just a few miles up the street, and you have a brother, and he has an empty house. So but yet you had to go stay with the ex-husband, and this is what people not fully understanding. See, like if y'all was watching Rod, and I know a lot of y'all were there. Um, when I was saying that they have all the selective outrage about Alicia Kim and her business with Nary, but no one has this selective outrage while she was still married and sleeping over to her ex-husband's house. I mean, what I mean, I hate I had. Oh, thank you, Saint Mary, about the paint. Let me tell you one thing. So let me ask y'all. Y'all think they was just over there chilling? Y'all don't think they was feeling each other up? I'm inclined to believe that they were feeling each other up. I don't know that, but I mean, if you with your ex-husband living at his house and he's cool with that, y'all don't think no feeling up was going on? Y'all let me know. Yeah, thank you, Whit. Welcome. Yeah, seriously, y'all let me know. Y'all think any fooling around was going on? Because I mean, they talking about adultery, but she's staying at the ex-husband's house. Y'all don't think no fooling around been going on. Uh, I personally think some fooling around. They've been feeling each other up. That's just me, and I'm just dealing with reality because you was once right. You were once in love with that person. You was married to that person, and now even before you got out of jail, you've been sneaking over there. So what is she talking about? Well, I ain't gonna say sneaking. She was walking. She was walking over there. So if you were going to your ex house before April 13th, before you got out of, you claiming because you got out of jail, that's where you had to stay. But you went on there on March 27th. That's what the video showed. You went there March 28th. So y'all, correct. I totally agree with. No, Miss B, let me see. No, Miss B, he was reading the word to her and she was just clean. Listen, she's the man. Anyone who believes her, calling her. Absolutely. But y'all, they talking about adultery, right? I guess they were just over there chilling. Like Christian said, reading the word and doing their thing. No, the bottom line is that they don't want to deal with the fact that they talking about Narry committing adultery. But guess what? If Krista was staying at her ex husband's house, they was fooling around. Period. 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 And y'all can act like y'all don't know that if y'all don't want to. So when I saw her video come out, I knew Narry was gonna come out again to debunk what she was saying, and that's exactly what he did. So I think what she needs to do, I guess no one has given her the advice that we've given her, y'all, and that right rules apply. Right, rules apply to Alicia Kim and Narry, but not the other way around. Correct. Correct. And y'all think she just in that house chilling and what they're reminiscing about, what they had. Come on, I will explain to them. She acting like because her and the boyfriend or whomever and the girlfriend was with them at one point, that mean that they wasn't fondling each other. They wasn't getting sexy with each other. Who that girl thinks she talking to? I mean, really? Do you really think that we believe that you just chilling over to the house and ain't no hanky panky going on just because you went to the mall with him and his girlfriend? Or maybe somebody he was just talking to, because ain't no real girlfriend will put up with no ex-wife living at the ex-husband's house. If that relationship was serious, right? If the ex-husband had a serious relationship, do y'all think do y'all think that girlfriend will put up with an ex-wife living there? I'm not, I just need to know. Wait, you exactly right. She just needs to just stop it. It's just the lunacy in this is just ridiculous. And trying to accuse us of those that are supporting Alicia Kim, trying to accuse us of supporting adultery is about as bat crazy as they can come. As whatever you can think about. None of us over here at B Nation, over on Rodney's channel, talk up the things. We are not justifying any adultery. What we are saying is that the same measure you want to measure Alicia Kim, you need to do that same measuring with Boo, Sheena, and Krista, and Rumram, and Trucker, because he had a whole wife when he was DMing somebody. Okay, so he can just come out and say, "Oh, well, um, yeah, I shouldn't have done that," and then y'all just, y'all okay with it. And y'all really think Alicia Kim is the only person he DM? Y'all are so naive. Y'all think Alicia Kim is the only young adult woman that the Rum Ram DM? You think that's isolated? Y'all, that's not isolated. He been DMing other people. Y'all just don't know nothing about it. The people just hadn't said the women just hadn't said anything about it. You think Kim was just an isolated situation? No, He just then all of a sudden, all out the blue, just decided he gonna reach out to Alicia Kim and have never reached out to no other young lady. Y'all, please, please. What you saying? I don't believe there was a third person. She also said her friend was his aunt. She's digging a deeper hole. She just exactly. So she twisting everything up. Correct. And that exactly. That's what I was talking about. Trying to accuse somebody of being I'm from the Caribbean. Nobody don't care you from the Caribbean. I mean, what does that got to do with the price of China and the price of tea in China? No one cares in the world. What we're just saying is that we find it we find it hypocritical for you all to try to hold Narry and Alicia Kim to a standard that you're not holding nobody else to, and that somehow Alicia Kim or Narry should come out and say thank you to the people that brought them over. I done told you people, when you go seek out people from another country, the green card comes along with it. They owe you nothing because you have decided that y'all gonna be married, and that comes along with the marriage. Once they get the green card, they don't have to constantly tell you, they don't have to say to you thank you. The reason why we're together because we're married. And you don't want to live in Jamaica, so I'm gonna bring you here. What are you even talking about, Janet? Absolutely. It's just nonsense about they ought to say thank you for the green card. Why? They decided to get married. Nary even explained, and that's exactly right. When you come over here from another country, credit is a big thing here in the U.S. And if you don't have that, it's hard to get things in your name because having no credit is almost like having bad credit. So then, as a married couple, she got the BMW in her name, and he paid the payment. When he got himself together, he got him a Tesla, and she took over the BMW payments. What is the problem? That ain't mooching off him. That they husband and wife. That's what they decided. Why is now that a problem? So, I think she needs to stay off this internet and get her mind right and go sit on somebody's couch. And obviously she is not listening to sound counsel, right? Exactly, exactly, exactly. Absolutely. They're acting like the green card has some superiority over the people that they're helping to get the card. You're just not helping somebody to help them. That's your spouse. So that doesn't make any sense to make like, oh, it's just a big deal that they get a green card. They decided to marry the person that needed a green card. And if they didn't collect the proper data, that ain't the folks' problem. What I'm saying is that Alicia Kim and Narry don't owe them anything. Period. They ought to be grateful. No, no, they're not. They made a decision to marry that person, and that person made a decision to marry them. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Their rationale, their critical thinking skills, and how they're viewing this is just so off. Like somehow, and I think Rodney even said last night that somebody he asked some woman, she just think that Alicia Kim or Nary, somebody should just come out and make a video to say thank you. Oh, you on some type of crack? They need to come on the internet and make a video and say thank you. Do you know how asinine that is? Do you know how stupid that is? To think that somebody owed the internet a video to say, I want to thank them for giving me a green card. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, how stupid is that? That doesn't even make any sense. The level of critical thinking skills that these people are having and think somehow that Nary and Alicia Kim owes them some type of thank you or be grateful is just beyond my understanding. Correct. Correct. Sheena and Krista had no business putting their nose in this situation. Seriously, they had no business putting their nose in this situation and allowing their hatred or their jealousy concerning Kim because Narry no longer wants them. They had no business allowing themselves to get pulled into this thing with their enemies. Period. Period. And we've said that to them over and over. They need to go find what they need to do is learn how to become better mothers. What they need to do is learn how to become healthy, whole people, not people that walking around here as if they're single without any responsibility. They have children that that they have the responsibility, right, to raise, and you can't raise them on the internet fighting their daddy about nonsense. As in if we really care, because I mean, Kristen really think everybody want to know the details of her marriage, and what's happening is because she's putting it out there. Now, Narry is coming back to debunk it. You see what I'm saying? Let me put what creation put up here. You see? Correct, creation. Exactly. All of a sudden now, Narry is wrong for bringing out receipts. Yeah, but y'all didn't think she was wrong when she went on his enemy podcast. Sheena and Christopher Brown looking like two desperate chickens. I mean, I'm just sorry. It makes no sense. None. No, it makes no sense for them to be out here fighting Narry because Narry don't want them. And y'all, that's all the bottom line. Y'all do know that's the issue of it, right? That the mere fact that Narry doesn't want any of them. That's the issue. That they mad that Narry has moved on and found someone else. That's pretty much the issue. Still, they've been getting into classes and stuff when it comes to workshops and being better parents. They around here, Sheena and Krista, they around here on the internet bashing the kid's father. Now make that make sense. They are emotionally like children, is what they are. They can't even listen. They are so selfish until they can't put their pride aside and focus on the kid. At least Narry is trying to come out here, defend this nonsense that they're talking, and then putting his channel in a way to where it can hear other fathers and stuff going through the very same thing he's going through, and where ladies want to use their children as pawns to try to control the other partner because they're not satisfied with the partner, so they use the children against them. They are not lying. I've seen it myself. Exactly. Well, creation, well, that was my thing. Do you know how many men there are in this world? Why are they tripping about one I can't understand? if, like you said, if Narry is so horrible, then why y'all still want it? Why y'all out here still acting a fool? Exactly. And that's why she put that little short video out there to my I guarantee. Yeah, I guarantee, and as long as you don't try to unalive me, but once you have tried to unalive me, that guarantee turns into a no. Period. And I think people act like, and then they want to talk about adultery, but nobody want to talk about domestic violence. As in, the guardian upset about that equally. I mean, it is the most nonsensical thing that I just don't understand it. I mean, I just do not understand it. Two mothers on the internet talking about their kid's father instead of working with them, working with Narry so they can co-parent well. They would rather choose themselves, their pride, over conversing with the father to bring a peaceful home for the kids. Now, y'all make that make sense. Now, y'all make that make sense. I don't understand it. Internet don't care nothing about Sheena and Krista. They only brought them out because they hate Alicia Kim. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I don't know why she think everybody want to know the details of this. Or everybody think you're a good fit when you first get married. And then sometimes you realize that you didn't collect enough data from the beginning to realize that this probably wasn't a good fit. All of us is guilty. All of us are guilty of that. Or the person portrayed themselves as something, and then once they got into the marriage, they became something totally different. Correct. Correct. You are right with a woman trying to unalive a man. I don't care how angry she is. She has an anger issue. She has an anger issue. And to try to unalive her, the father is not doing the child any good. Correct. I know. Listen to me. Listen. I know Narry wants to work with them. Exactly. Well, she's saying that the issue is mainly Alicia Kim. That if Alicia Kim was some broke person, they will be laughing at it. But because it's Alicia Kim, they got a problem with it. 100%, Leslie. 100%. 100%. The father want to work with you, but you don't want to work with him because you mad because he don't want you. Okay. Childish. That's exactly what it is. They feel like that. They feel like Narry made a decision up, and they are because they're insecure about Alicia Kim. They're insecure within themselves, right? Right? Because there is no relationship between Narry and Sheena and Krista, right? The only relationship that they have is the fact that they have children. So they're not insecure about the relationship. They're just insecure as people. And to think that somebody care about all the details of their nonsense is just ridiculous. So to point out that she was staying with a trusted somebody and didn't come to find out you've been staying with him before, you got girl, please. Talking about April 3rd, you had to go. Yeah, well, you was on there on the 27th and the 28th. You was doing something. You were doing something. Mm-mm. No, we girls, stop coming on this internet and making a fool of yourself and stop letting these people drag you out. Listen, I don't care how many times does Narry have to say, I don't want you. Somebody needs to be able to tell you that one time and you get a revelation. I don't want you either. And you move on. So y'all, I just want to touch on that because I thought because I told y'all last time we was talking about this. I said now watch Narry come out. Then she made another video, and then now Narry came out and just debunked all of it with receipts and all that kind of stuff. She's looking crazy. Is what she's looking. She's looking. She's a liar. She's talking about context matters, and then she's the one that's not putting the proper context around things. Why? Because when you're in a marriage and the marriage goes bad, you can't, y'all, you really think you can talk about every detail that led up to this dysfunction? I mean, listen, even the stuff that she's talking about, what does that have to do with anything? Hey, Carl, Carl, you're going to have to listen to the replay. Listen, all that stuff she's talking about, what, okay, what? The marriage is still over. What does she need to tell us for? I mean, once we get the information, what? The marriage is still over. So to try to come out with details about it makes no sense trying to defend her. Listen, your marriage was not a good fit. It's over. Move on. And I'm not saying move on as if it didn't exist, but move on to get the proper healing that you need. You and Sheena. So let Sheena have her little date, but when the boy get 18, guess what he gonna do? Go look for his daddy. Oh yeah, they're validated. Well, St. Mary, they have no self-esteem. I mean, let's just be honest. Krista and Sheena have zero self-esteem. The confidence is not there at all. Because if they understood, if they had self-esteem, if they had self-confidence, they wouldn't be on they wouldn't be on this internet trying to hash out their differences with Narry, right? And really, what it's all about is the fact that Narry won't take her back, and then, like I said, Krista is having a hard time, whether she realizes it or not. She's having a very hard time with being divorced twice. Correct. No one cares. That exactly. No one cares, right? She just don't want to deal with the fact that this is the second divorce. And anytime you're looking at your second divorce, you gotta stop and say, I am the common denominator. I gotta see what's going on. Why can't I stay married? See, Boo didn't care about that. Boo was married 4 times. So, he used divorce as, I'll get you. If you don't allow me to control you, then I'm a divorce you. So that's how he has worked over the decades. That's why he got all these multiple baby mamas. So you see what I'm saying? No. So she has to deal. I know what's the issue. The issue is it's easier to point the finger because to have to deal with your dysfunction, y'all. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not easy. It's not easy to look yourself in the mirror and say, I might be off here. You see what I'm saying? You know, correct, correct. You see what I'm saying? That's not easy to do. Now she has to see herself for what it is. Okay, I've been married twice. I've been divorced twice. I might need to look into this because Nary's not the common denominator. She is, and y'all, I'm saying to y'all that ain't easy to do, but at least try. Don't bring your dysfunction on this internet, and nobody cares about. I'm gonna be honest with you. Nobody cares nothing about you and why you and Nary's relationship didn't work, baby. I hate to say it, we don't care. It didn't work. That's what we know. That we just know in this hatred towards Alicia Kim, that y'all stuff came out and it didn't work. But we don't care. I mean, I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, we want people to stay married, but what I'm saying is, we don't know you. Cause exactly with she doesn't want to be y'all. That's hard to deal with when you got to look at yourself and say, you know what? Ugh, I think I need to slow down for a second and see what this is. And that's not always easy to do, y'all. And I know it's hard for her to do. I know it's hard for her to do because it's hard for most people to do. To see, well, why is it that I'm really dysfunctional? And why did I choose the two folks that why did I choose these two to marry? One of the things, let me share this with y'all, and then I got to go because I got to get my homework done. One of the things that when I went to therapy, one of the things that my therapist said to me was, "Hey, I think you married your husband because he was safe." And I never thought about it in that way. In other words, I thought he was safe, but really he wasn't. He was just he was a very selfish man, just like my father. So I married someone opposite of my father, but yet they were both same, but just in different areas. My father was a selfish man. He cared nobody about himself. He hoed around the street, had a whole nother family on the other side. Then, my ex-husband, his selfishness, he didn't fully understand how to be a husband. So everything was about him. You follow me? So my decision was that when I made that decision to marry him, I did it because I thought he was safe. So you have to understand why you even make decisions that you made. Exactly. She's gonna be with. The bottom line is if she doesn't get the help she needs, she's going to be divorced a third time. That's just if she gets married again, she's gonna be divorced a third time if she doesn't get the help that she desperately needs. And I mean, I'm so sorry to say that, but that's just the truth. When you don't get that stuff healed, you make the same mistake. So we gotta get ourselves healed. So y'all, I just want to come on and say that and talk to y'all about that a little bit. Don't forget, y'all, Saturday is our 100th episode of Let's Chat. We got some guests coming in. So y'all come on and join me. I know it's early in the morning, y'all. 8 a.m. Eastern time, might be late y'all time. Y'all make the sacrifice and join us. We're going to have some fun. We're going to be talking about relationships and finances for those that are, ready to get married, that are single, but they're preparing themselves to be good spouses. So y'all, thank y'all for joining me, B Nation. Y'all know what to do. Like the video, share it, and I will see you guys on Saturday. All right. Bye, y'all. Y'all, don't forget to go look at my God Encounter video. These are some of the experiences that I've had with the Lord, that He's tangibly, divinely stepped in and saved my life and other folks' life. But I love y'all, and I will see y'all on Saturday morning. Bye, y'all.